Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to Divine Conversations. My name is Eric. Thank you so much for tuning in. And welcome to Twin Flame Day here on Divine Conversations. So, I'm going to be doing a Twin Flame mirror reading for you guys just to get a check in on what's going on with the collective, looking into the Divine Masculine energies and looking into the Divine Feminine energies. Please keep in mind that this reading is timeless, just like everything else on my channel. All right, so there's no real date to this. So whenever you are guided to watch this reading and it resonates for you, then that's the message for you in that moment. Also, keep in mind that this is a general reading. Okay, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This isn't necessarily going to resonate with everyone. All right, so just keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that while you may be able to get an understanding, or at least somewhat of an understanding, of what's going on with a counterpart in the physical, right? A physical counterpart or an external counterpart. Ultimately, these readings really are meant to help you understand the balance and the dynamic between masculine energy and feminine energy within yourself. Okay, so you could find yourself on either side of the equation. You could find yourself in the feminine side, or you could find yourself on the masculine side. But whatever is non-dominant for you, whether that be masculine or feminine energy, um, please take this time to help yourself get a greater understanding of what could be going on within you. Okay, also keep in mind that as I speak to masculine or feminine energy, I am not talking gender. All right, we're just talking energy here. Everybody has both masculine and feminine energies within. um, so please excuse the manicure. I went to redo my manicure and to redo my nails, and I realized that I didn't have enough cotton swabs to remove the old, so I could put on a new one. Yes, I do it myself, and I just don't feel like going out to get more right now. I just don't really want to leave the house. I guess you guys could understand why. So there's that. Sorry about it. Now, keeping up with what we've been dealing with over the last few weeks, if you've been following along, you know that like the last two readings that I did, I was very hyper aware that it was, there was a reading coming. It was Twin Flame Day, blah, blah, blah. And so when I got into the readings, it was like, okay, well, I was expecting this, so let's see what comes out. Today, I woke up this morning completely forget, not even thinking about the twin flame dynamic or anything like that. It wasn't until a few moments after I had been awake for a while that I was like, oh, wow, it's Sunday. Oh, that means I should be doing a twin flame reading today. And Spirit was like, you got it, buddy. I was like, oh, all right. Well, okay. I mean, I'm not really feeling much of anything in terms of the twin flame situation. And actually, today, my focus, I've been very energized today. So let's talk about this because the energies have been really crazy lately for the collective, and I don't want to sit here and presume that it's just for the twin flame collective, because it really isn't. Our whole human collective, all of human society is going through this big massive shift, and we're all dealing with these emotional roller coasters right now. However, for the twin flame journey, I mean personally, I've been going through a roller coaster of emotions. One day is great. I'm feeling up and ready to go. The next day, I'm down in the dumps. And it all has to do with all these things that I've been experiencing, that have been catalyzed during the twin flame journey, that I've been working extra hard to come to understand, come to terms with. So, whatever it is you're dealing with, in association with this journey, in association with this path, or what may have happened between you and an external counterpart in the past. The focus, my advice would be to focus less on the victim mentality of it and focus more on, okay, but what is this supposed to teach me? What is the lesson here? Okay. Um, the feminine is very much still in an energy of not really trying to give out, um, that much energy, and and yes, to the divine masculine, but also just in general. I'm feeling collectively like there's this there's this energy of preservation. Okay, not giving too much of yourself. The advice here, especially for the feminine, the advice here is to really be conscious of how much of your energy you're giving out into the world. No one is asking you to be a miser and not give out, but we are asking you to be very conscious of who, when, where, why, and how you give your energies, or provide your energies to people, because, um, right now, most of your energy really, in my opinion, at least this is what I'm going through and this is how I'm kind of handling it. But in my opinion, most of your energy really should be going towards yourself right now. Because there are a lot of purgy energies. There are a lot of situations right now that are coming up that really need healing. So instead of focusing on, oh, well, my masculine did this, or I did this to my masculine, blah, 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 and this is why this is happening. But, well, okay, but release yourself or work towards releasing yourself from any sort of victim mentality or victimhood here, and really work on shaping your mind space to focus on what is this meant to teach you? What are the lessons here? How can I grow from this? How can I improve? How can I do better moving forward? What lessons can I take with me as I move forward on my journey? Yeah. Okay, that's good. And yes, for the most part, it is easier said than done. Okay, I understand that. But that's the challenge, says Spirit. All right, so we're going to get into this mirror reading here. Keeping it cute, keeping it classy. I have my two decks. This deck on the left is going to represent the divine masculine energies. This deck on the right is going to represent the divine feminine energies. A mirror reading is, I designed a mirror reading to look at how the energies of the divine masculine and the divine feminine, like where they are in the current moment and how they could be mirroring each other and how they could be interacting with each other, how they could potentially be on the same page, potentially dealing with the same things, or on completely different pages, right? We're just, this reading is just designed to see where we are in any given moment. Now, all of these readings, like I said, all of these readings are timeless. Even the ones that I was doing years ago, they're all still timeless. If you want to go back and check on those, you might resonate with those. But you know, this can happen at any moment. Okay. Or I should say, this could be referring to any moment in your life. Yeah. All right, cool. So with that said, let's just get started here. Here we go. Hi, Spirit. Please make me a clear channel for the Twin Flame Collective at this time. Please bring forward the best messages to serve their highest good and the highest good of all involved. Please give us a clear and accurate representation of the energies of the Divine Masculine Collective represented by the deck on the left, and the energies of the Divine Feminine Collective represented by the deck on the right. And please show us how the energies are mirroring each other or potentially not mirroring each other, and any guidance that you have for the Twin Flame Collective at this moment in regards to their personal journeys. Thank you, Spirit. All right, kids, let's get started. I'm going to shuffle the Divine Masculine Collective here. We're going to go with 5 shuffles. So for the Divine Masculine Collective, I want to say that I did spend a little time focusing and channeling the energies before I started recording. For the Divine Masculine, am seeing red. I'm seeing purple, but I'm also seeing red. And what I'm hearing with that is reshaping your physical reality. Some of that could be leading to a little bit of fear, apprehension. I'm hearing death, but death is really just a transformation. But, you know, from a masculine point of view, you or your counterpart could really be going through it right now because your whole physical reality is reshaping. Now, with that energy, I did see yellow, and I am seeing purple, okay? But the purple is representing higher wisdom. I really feel like if you're, from a masculine perspective, or if you identify more as the masculine here, I really feel like your life is completely being reshaped. And you know, there's an element of surrender. I am feeling that, but I don't feel like that's coming easily towards you or towards the masculine. I feel like it's really a struggle. It's really a fight to surrender. But with what I'm picking up on is that like your life is being reshaped in terms of higher principles or higher wisdom or higher intellect. Now, because of that though, like I'm seeing this purple energy, and I do equate the purple energy with the high priestess, right? So the high priestess in the tarot is a very secretive individual. She doesn't divulge all of the information. She only really gives, it's very much a need to know basis in terms of what it is she I guess would be required to tell you, right? And so from this point of view, you don't really understand, or you can't really see how your life is being reshaped right now. And that's what's causing a hell of a lot of fear and apprehension and worry, maybe even guilt and shame, because you might be feeling like you can't really be responsible, or you can't be the provider that you have built yourself up to be at this point. All right. But here's the thing, your life is being reshaped in terms of higher principles. We don't quite understand what that means yet, especially from a masculine point of view, because we're still so very rooted in the traditional three-dimensional way of doing things right now. But ultimately, your life is being reshaped for the betterment of yourself, for the betterment of your family, for the betterment of the people around you, for the betterment of the world as a whole. Okay. Now, with that is coming through some yellow energy. So for some of you, there is in fact some clarity or some understanding that you're reaching in terms of why your life is being reshaped like this, why things are happening in certain ways or the ways that they are. Okay. So that's a good thing. There's a little bit of reassurance there, but for the most part, I think there is a bit of a collective freak out right now, mostly in terms of the masculine. In terms of the feminine kind of is already seeing things from a little higher, bit of a higher perspective anyway. Doesn't mean that she's not freaking out too. But let me shuffle the feminine energies now. We're gonna give this 5 shuffles. But also the feminine has kind of been dealing with this kind of reshaping of life in general for some time. It hasn't been on the surface, no, but that's because the feminine energy works internally. The feminine energy is receptive. And what I'm picking up on is the feminine energy has been kind of setting the stage, internally, for things to then reshape externally, right? Which makes perfect sense, because like I've always said here on this channel, your physical reality is a direct reflection of your internal reality. So the divine feminine energies have really been reshaping things from the internal, and now that's actually starting to break forward and take shape in the external. So the feminine isn't really freaking out about this so much, maybe not as much as the masculine is, because from the masculine point of view, you're getting blindsided. Like this is coming out of completely out of nowhere, but in reality, it really isn't. Okay. Last shuffle for the feminine collective. I'm going to cut the deck, and then let's get into this here. So we're going to start with the feminine, and we'll see what's going on with her. Boop. Alrighty, kids. Overall energy. We have the 10 of Cups. Okay, feminine. Well, look at you. Your focus is here. That's what I'm hearing. You've gotten to the point now where nothing is really going to stand in your way. Nothing is really going to hold you back. And if you're really struggling at this moment, Divine Feminine, your advice is to really focus here. What is going to make you happy? What is your emotional fulfillment? What does this look like? What would it feel like? Remove any sort of specific players in this game other than yourself. Allow the universe to align you with the ideal individual, the ideal mate, the ideal partner, the ideal soul group, family, surroundings, friends, situation, environment, whatever. Allow the universe to work out those minute details for you, but ultimately your focus really is here right now, the 10 of Cups. And that's what's actually helping anchor this change, not only for yourself, but for the Divine Masculine collective as well. Underneath the 10 of Cups is the 2 of Swords. There you go, Divine Feminine. I mean, keeping those blinders on. That has been the message for the Divine Feminine all week, all of this past week, maybe even the week before that. I really don't remember exactly. Again, time is an illusion. But between the 2 of Swords and the 10 of Cups, keeping your blinders on, not trying to focus on anything other than what your happiness and emotional fulfillment is for you, or what it potentially could be. All right. Underneath the 2 of Swords, okay, is the 5 of Cups. All right. But then underneath the 5 of Cups, oh, whoa, okay, the 5 of Wands. All right. Okay. All right. So there's some There's a bit of stubbornness going on here. Feminine, divine feminine, you could actually be feeling the pull of the divine masculine. Okay, and it's interesting because I did do happy hour yesterday, and we talked about this briefly. Um, but there has been a lot of sorrow, a lot of anguish that's been coming up lately, and I personally have been hearing it's your twin. He's feeling this too. It's the divine masculine, blah blah blah. And a lot of you did say that you were hearing the exact same thing yesterday when we were talking about this. But see, feminine though, either your advice here is to don't even try to focus on that, or you're not trying to focus on that. Okay, with this two of swords, your focus is meant to be, ideally is supposed to be on your 10 of cups, not this 5 of cups energy that really I'm hearing the divine masculine is giving into. However, masculine, if you are, I mean, I guess, yeah, to a certain extent, you're giving into it. And actually, now that I mention it, that does make sense, because what I was going to say was you're giving into it, but you don't really need to. But here's the thing. I feel like the masculine right now is actually giving into the fact that he does, or she does, feel something is wrong, feels something has gone wrong. I think what's happening here is the masculine is kind of actually starting to sink in, or allow himself to feel the emotions surrounding this situation. But you, feminine, are not trying to focus on that, and that's causing a change, a difference of opinion, or a little bit of an ego battle. This does feel internal. What I'm getting with this, it's like, maybe from the masculine point of view, feminine, I kind of feel like, okay, he might be projecting this energy towards you, or you're just feeling it and you're not trying to focus on it. And there's a little bit of an energy of like, how dare you? How dare you leave me in the dust like this while I'm going through all this emotional shit, all this emotional turmoil that I don't even know how to deal with. And the feminine is like, that's not my problem, buddy. I mean, you're going to have to learn how to deal with this kind of stuff on your own. I can't help you here. And I'm definitely not going to allow myself to be pulled down into this, because I worked so hard to pull myself out of it. And you don't recognize this. You don't see this because you weren't there for it. Well, I just heard, yes, he was there for it. Okay, but he was in this two of swords energy, wasn't he? But now you're in this two of swords energy for a very good reason, because you're not trying to be pulled back down into any of this. Your focus is on your 10 of cups, or at least your focus needs to be on your 10 of cups. And that's quite frankly where it's going to stay. All right, feminine, look at you. Okay, so let's get into the rest of this here. First set of surrounding energies for you, divine feminine, we have the 3 of cups. This is a celebration. Specifically, you know what's interesting? I'm getting a sense of duty and work with this 3 of cups energy. There's there is a reality, or an energy of the divine feminine kind of coming together collectively and trying to save or change the world. Okay, but what I'm getting with this is connecting with soul family, whether that be just in the dream world realms, the astral realms, or maybe even consciously in waking life. I just feel like there is a collective come together in terms of helping raise the vibration. This very well could be happening in the dream space for the most part. Okay, so while this 3 of cups could represent a celebration, yeah, there is a sense of duty here, within the divine feminine collective. It's like we've got to band together. Okay, there is definitely a sense of, we need to do everything that we can to keep these vibes up so that we don't fall. Okay, 3 of cups is coupled with, yep, there you go. I told you, 8 of pentacles. There is a sense of duty, a sense of work that's coming through with this here. Okay, we've got to keep the vibe up. We've got to keep the collective moving. And I feel like for the most part, a lot of you aren't really conscious of the fact that this is happening. But on an energetic level, from the higher self point of view, there is a sense of collectively coming together to really strive towards helping shape the new reality that's coming in. Okay. Um, Now, this could also be a celebration of the work that the work that you've done and the work that you're doing, but I get a sense of there is still just a strong laser focus. There is a strong understanding that we all need to be in this together, and not even really fighting against the masculine. But here's the thing, and this is why I feel this is such a serious energy, or at least there's such a serious focus here. It's because we're understanding, or we're feeling how low the divine masculine is feeling emotionally right now, and we can't allow ourselves to be pulled down into that. We've worked too hard to build ourselves up to reach this level where we're not focused in this Five of Cups energy any longer. So there's an extra sense of duty. It's like, okay, well, the masculine is down for the count right now. We have got to help. We have got to band together and pull these energies up as high as we can so that we don't sink, so that we don't drown. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Second set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Feminine, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning, and the Divine Feminine is very, very aware of this. She's keeping her focus, she's keeping her eye on the prize. The thing about the Wheel of Fortune and how it spins is it's unpredictable, and you can't control where it's going to land. The only thing that you can control is your vibration in relation to how things turn. If you can either keep a high vibe and do your part to make sure that you get the best possible outcome in any given moment, or you can slip into those low vibes, and that's when the real chaos happens, and you really don't know what you're going to get from the Wheel of Fortune at that point, right? But the Divine Feminine Collective is very focused on making sure that we keep our vibe high enough, or we keep the reality, we keep the reality that we want in focus, so that as the wheel turns, our chances are of getting exactly what it is what we want, or at least something closer to what we want, is actually what comes through. Okay, the feminine is very, very, very aware of how drastic this change is collectively right now. And she's doing everything she can to focus on maintaining the right vibe to help us all. It's almost as if it's almost as if the real work has started now for the Twin Flame Collective. You did your own work. You did a lot of your own work to help pull you out of hold on, to help pull you out of, the trenches in your own journey. And now that you've reached a certain level, you are able to recognize how we are now ready to start pulling the rest of the collective up consciously. Okay, so it's like, okay, you did your own work. You were sufficient enough. That doesn't mean that your work is done, but now your work is turning to the collective. What can we do to help the collective? And that's what we're meant to be doing here. Helping the collective raise the vibration collectively to this 5D consciousness. Now, the one thing that keeps catching my eye, I've been seeing 222 a lot, like all over the place lately. And to me, that's balance, that's harmony, that's teamwork. Actually, the 3 is more of the team element, but 1 plus 1 equals 2, so that's technically a team, but okay. Balance, harmony, union, unconditional love, compassion, service. Definitely service. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune is coupled with the Hierophant. Interesting. So there's a teaching. I'm getting a teaching and learning from the Hierophant energies. This really also, I'm getting a level of conformity with the Hierophant. So teaching and learning, taking what we've learned and bringing it forward with us into this new reality, into this new change. But there's also a strong level of discipline with this Hierophant energy. We have to keep our minds disciplined. We have to keep our bodies disciplined, but it's not in traditional terms. Okay. This type of discipline is understanding that we need to keep our focus here on the 10 of Cups. We are not even trying to focus on any 5 of Cups energy. We are collectively coming together to do the work that we need to do to change this reality out of the old, out of the patriarchy, out of the conditioning, and in more to of a balanced, individually independent energy. that yes, individually independent, but as a collective we all come together and we're stronger in numbers, and we're stronger in our individuality than we are in any sense of conformity, because in this individuality, that's when our true power shines, and that's when our true talents can come through, and we can really be of service to people and the world. Okay, your challenge, divine feminine: the hermit, staying the individual that you are, and even in many cases walking your path alone. Now it's interesting because we did have in this the very beginning, we have this 3 of Cups, and that was I was feeling that was an energy of collectively coming together, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have these individuals in your waking life or in your physical vicinity. We all are coming together on an energetic scale, on a collectively energetic scale, to raise the vibrations of the planet. But that still means that for many of us, we are walking an individual path. We are walking the hermit's path. We're walking in our individual expression of this collective mission. Okay, your challenge is to remain the individual that you are. And yes, this is a fairly lonely place to be. I understand that. And that's why I feel like it's coming through as your challenge right now. Because for many of us, 555 on the counter, for many of us, we could be really hyper aware of just how lonely we might be feeling, and how lonely this journey and this path is going to be. That could be very much what we've been working towards coming to terms with over this last week, or whenever this reading resonates for you, okay? Yeah, that is a challenge. That is definitely a challenge. The hermit is coupled with, oh, wow, the 9 of Pentacles, continuing to walk in your individual state. This is a challenge, and for many of us, this means we have to be single right now. And I know that's something that's been really weighing heavily on me. I do watch Stargirl, the Practical Witch. I don't know if you guys watch her, but I was watching her May predictions for, was it love predictions or something? I mean, I like to watch those every once in a while. And of course, I picked the pile where it was like, she was like, sorry guys, but there are no love messages coming through for you guys right now. The message is that you need to be on your own, and love isn't coming through for you right now, because you've got to focus on your journey. You've got to focus on your mission. You've got to focus on what it is you're here to accomplish, to bring to the world. And it's like, fine, but here you go. Now that doesn't mean that all of us are single. Okay, there are many of us in this twin flame collective that are in fact in union, and if you're watching this, then this doesn't mean that you're about to be single, but you still have to walk an individual path. Your path, as a light worker, your path of enlightenment could be very different, look very different to how your divine masculine or your partner's looks. Okay, but ultimately we do come together in some ways, okay, to work collectively, but we all still have an individual path to walk. All right. Closing message or potential outcome for you, divine feminine. We have the moon. Uncertainty, okay? But in this uncertainty, feminine, you really need to trust your intuition here. For sure. You have to trust your intuition. Your intuition is going to guide you here. There could be I'm not going to lie, there could be a dark night of the soul coming. You could be dealing with that right now. There's a lot of uncertainty. Things are very unclear. Cycles are coming to an end for sure. But as far as what that's going to result in, or what that's going to give way to, no one really knows right now. But that's why we really need to keep this focus on the 10 of Cups. What ultimately is it that we truly want to experience? What do we want in our lives? Okay, what is our 10 of Cups? What is our life going to look like once we do get this 10 of Cups energy? Don't let the illusion bother you. Don't let the illusion stop you. Don't let the fear stop you. Okay, things are very much up in the air right now. This moon energy is definitely speaking to uncertainty, for sure. The moon is coupled with, okay, but see, good, optimism. Keep your wits about you, because justice ultimately is being served. You can't see it right now. You don't really know how it's going to work out. You don't know what the end result is going to be. You don't know what the details of this justice being served or this balancing of the scales is going to be, but ultimately it's coming again. But feminine, I really feel like you're aware of this, whether it's, even if it's not consciously, on an energetic level, you're aware that this is happening. And so that's why you are keeping your focus, or why you need to keep your focus on your 10 of Cups. Okay. Okay, let's get into the divine masculine energies now. First card in your overall energy, divine masculine. We'll look at that. There we go. We've got the mirroring, but here's the Five of Wands here. And I honestly, masculine, I feel like you are fighting tooth and nail against whatever it is you're experiencing right now. And that makes a lot of sense because there has been a hell of a lot of restlessness um, in the collective. And that's mainly coming from the masculine side because the masculine is so used to doing. I mean, masculine energy is the doer energy, right? But this is a time period to just rest and sit back and not focused on anything other than what's going to serve your highest good. But you're resisting this a lot. And there could be some situations, divine masculine, where you're getting so restless that you're literally looking for trouble, or you're intentionally stirring the pot. You're intentionally trying to get a rise out of people, or you're some of it actually I am kind of feeling for some of you this isn't even you're not even conscious of this, but you could be causing undue turmoil because of this restless energy. But also keep in mind what I was picking up on with the divine feminine, that Five of Wands was saying to me, it's like, well, why you should be feeling this too, says the masculine. And the feminine is like, honey, bro, I've been feeling it. You just didn't want to acknowledge that. And so now you're having to acknowledge it. Okay. Underneath the Five of Wands is, ooh, not the Five of Cups, but the Four of Cups. All right. This is resistance. This is spirit offering you a new way of life, a new modality, something new, and you're not willing to take it because you don't want to give up what your ego has built or what you've built from an egoic point of view. Underneath the Four of Cups, oh gosh. All right, well, here's the other thing. Because the Four of Cups was also speaking to the rejection that the divine masculine is feeling coming from the divine feminine. And thus we have, that fighting and all that. Well, look at what's underneath the Four of Cups, the Empress. And here's the thing. Here's what I'm also getting from this. Divine masculine, you're needing to what I'm getting from this specifically is you are being forced to find the feminine within yourself. Because the feminine in the external is not focused on you, is not trying to focus on you. And you're experiencing that rejection or that lack of energy or power that she had been providing to you when she did focus on you. And now, what this Four of Cups energy also represents in you missing out on an opportunity or rejecting an opportunity or boredom, is this opportunity to find that sense of femininity from within. Because you cannot, I mean, this is no different than us saying, finding or requiring to have validation or happiness come from your external circumstances. That's a recipe for disaster because you're literally giving all your power away. All right. At any given moment, that can be taken from you, and now you have no happiness. Right. It's the same with the divine feminine. You required and expected the divine feminine to provide you with the tools or the energy or the flow of energy that you needed. That's to provide you with that sense of femininity to, balance things out. But it was narcissistic in nature because you were just taking. You weren't really giving anything back. And now the feminine is like, screw that, buddy, I'm out of here. But also you need to find the feminine within yourself. And now she's pulled her energy away and you are fighting that tooth and nail. Five of Wands. You're not taking up the opportunity to find that feminine energy from within. But you have, but with that said, you still have the opportunity in front of you. It's just underneath the Empress. Oh, justice. And I heard this justice is the divine feminine retracting her energy from you because you need to find it within. You need to find it yourself. It's not her responsibility to provide it to you. All right. First set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Masculine, you have the Nine of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Anxiety, fear, self-fulfilling prophecies. Here's the thing, Masculine. If you just handle what is being put before you right now, if you were to just take up the opportunity to dive into whatever it is being provided to you right now, i.e., or in some cases, in most cases, but like one example would be connecting with your own inner sense of femininity, you wouldn't have to deal with this fear, this anxiety. Nine of Swords is coupled with the Page of Pentacles. You're fearing a new reality. You're fearing that level up. You're fearing stepping out of your comfort zone and learning a new skill, or reshaping the way you see the world, the way you interact with the world, the way you show up in the world. Now, there is a sense of some of the why you're feeling this, I'm picking up on, Masculine, is the fact that you don't feel adequate enough. 555 on the counter again. You don't feel like you'll be able to provide in this new way. You don't feel like you'll be good enough. Definitely picking up on a Five of Pentacles energy. But that's self-fulfilling fear-based prophecy, or a self-fulfilling fear-based mentality. Quite frankly, Divine Masculine, you were able to learn and master the old way, right? So what makes you incapable of learning and mastering a new way? And it's gotten to the point now where it's not even, you don't even have the Divine Feminine barking at you anymore about you need to do this. No, she's focused elsewhere. You're on your own with this. It's just you and the universe now. You know what I mean? If you thought you weren't gonna escape it from the Divine Feminine, what really makes you think you're gonna escape it from the universe itself, right? Second set of surrounding energies for you, Divine Masculine. You have the Three of Swords. Yes, look, guys, the Divine Masculine is definitely feeling this heartbreak, this pain, this rejection. But Feminine, it's not even like you've rejected the Divine Masculine for all really malicious energies. No, the Divine Feminine is finally really fully starting to focus on what her 10 of Cups would be, or at least what an ideal 10 of Cups would be collectively. And now the Divine Feminine is working on manifesting that. Three of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. And they're coming together in droves to do this. And it's seeming like the Divine Masculine is left in the dust, but that's not the case. The Feminine is not focusing on the Divine Masculine right now because the Feminine understands her part, her role in all of this, and is doing what she can. Again, the real work is starting now. Masculine, you are in this period of trying to understand the journey from your point of view, and also trying to work on integrating your own inner sense of femininity, because the feminine in the external world has rejected you, left you behind, whatever. And you're feeling this heartbreak now. And to make matters worse, Divine Masculine, it's not just the heartbreak of the feminine leaving you behind, it's the heartbreak of your world falling to pieces. Three of Swords is coupled with Seven of Pentacles. You have an opportunity to learn here. Learn from the contrast, Divine Masculine. And what I'm feeling with this Seven of Pentacles is what's going on is that the universe is providing you with an opportunity that is uncanny, I want to say. You have nothing else to focus on other than what has gotten you to this heartbreaking point of view, or this heartbreaking position. One factor in that being the Divine Feminine has left the Divine Masculine behind, so to speak. It's not, see, that's the thing, guys. It's not even that the Divine Feminine really has left the masculine behind. She's just not focused on him any longer. because she understands where her focus needs to be in terms of helping Gaia move to this fifth dimensional reality. And she really, very quite frankly, understands that the masculine is going to catch up eventually. But she can't focus on that. Two of Swords. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm not paying attention to that. I'm busy. And so the masculine is left to face his reality on his own. He has no choice. Dude, you have no choice. There is nothing, there are no other distractions in your life right now that will keep you from focusing on what you've been avoiding all along. Okay? Seven of Pentacles to me is learning through the contrast. It's an energy of, it can represent Einstein's definition of insanity, of doing things, the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. And the strongest thing I'm getting here is, well, now you can see how you've been doing things over and over again, or at least now you have the potential to see why you keep getting the same thing over and over and over again. And why potentially it all came to a head with your divine feminine. Because I know specifically my twin opened my eyes to this cycle that I've been living in that I could not seem to break out of. I'm still having trouble breaking out of it, but I have the awareness now. And it's that awareness that helped me settle into the Queen of Pentacles energy of understanding what I'm worth and understanding how I've been devaluing myself all along by stooping down or allowing myself to accept breadcrumbs from people just because I wanted to be loved, when I really just needed to love myself to begin with. So that's what I mean by it all came to a head with this individual that is represented by your divine feminine, and now you can break the cycle for yourself. Now that doesn't mean that you're going to break the cycle and just end up with your twin like that. No. There's still more work to be done. But ultimately, we are catalyzing the breaking of this cycle for each other. Yes, indeed. Your challenge, divine masculine. Three of Wands. Walking the path. Dude, you've been avoiding this for so long now. Your challenge is to walk the path. Three of Wands. It's already started. The Three of Wands is an energy of 222 again. The Three of Wands is an energy of waiting for a return on an investment. In my opinion, as a reader, I also see this often as continuing the momentum of something that you've chosen in the Two of Wands state, which is right before the Three of Wands, right? Well, what I'm feeling for you, divine masculine, is that the journey has started. You've been on this journey all along. But see, what I'm getting with the Three of Wands is there's a conscious awareness that's settling in now. And you do, in fact, have a choice, just like you've always had a choice, a free will, whether you're going to continue or whether you're going to continue forward in the momentum, or you're just going to continue rejecting, continue denying. But here, the challenge for you is to pick your head up and keep walking on this path that you know you've always been on. Three of Wands is coupled with Temperance. Divine masculine, your challenge right now is to balance your masculine and feminine energies. Temperance can be seen as a twin flame card, but it's also the patience card. Okay, yeah, you got to be patient with yourself. This is not an overnight thing, honey. It never was an overnight thing. And trust me, no one's trying to rush you here. The divine feminine definitely is not even trying to rush any longer, because her focus is on her work. Her focus is finally, yes, I will say it, finally on her own path. All right? And yeah, okay, that's coming across as she's not giving you the time of day. Okay, I just saw 441. Okay, yeah, sure. It might, look, honey, from a physical point of view, yeah, it may seem like I just saw 441 again. Whoa, first time I saw it was 44 minutes and 1 second. The second time I saw it was 44 minutes and 10 seconds. That's kind of funny. Okay, anyway, yes, it may seem on the surface that your divine feminine ain't even giving you the time of day. But look deeper than that, bro. It's so much more than that. It's so much more than that. It's time for you to start focusing on balancing and integrating these masculine and feminine energies. That is part of the path all along. Dude, I'm not, look, I'm sorry. I'm triggering some of you right now because of the tone in my voice. And it's like, but see, that's the Queen of Pentacles coming out in me. It's like, this has been the situation all along, honey. Why are you so surprised now? That's my question to you, Divine Masculine. You damn right the Queen of Pentacles in me is coming out right now. Why is that so much of a surprise to you right now? That has been the game all along, bro. What I want to say now is you cannot hide from this any longer. And I know we've said that in the past. That's kind of been the energy. But at this point, man, from what I'm feeling right now, for whomever this message is for, okay? Because remember, this is a general reading. So it's not necessarily going to resonate with everyone. But someone here, why the hell are you so surprised? Anyway, closing message or potential outcome for you, Divine Masculine. Well, well, well. More mirroring the Eight of Pentacles. It's time to do the work. And here's the thing. I say that all the time. That should be on a t-shirt. Here's the thing. This work is not like anything you are used to. All right, I get it. I get that. I am with you 100%. This is not like anything you are used to. This is way out of your wheelhouse. I get it. But ultimately, it's necessary because, my friend, you are so much more than your physical representation. You are so much more than that meat suit that you walk around in, right? Oh, right. Eight of Pentacles is coupled with. Oh my God. The Ten of Cups. Oh my God. Ooh! See, now you're throwing a tantrum. I can't stand you. Good. Okay, good. You know what? I'm going to leave it like this. Five of Wands is now in reverse. I'm wanting to pull one more card for this. Ten of Cups. Oh! There it is. There's the Ace of Cups. And for you, Divine Masculine, the Ace of Cups is representing self-love. Loving yourself enough to recognize what this really truly is all about. What is really truly going to be your happiness, your Ten of Cups, allowing yourself to do that, to focus on that, and to get the work done to get there. Again, here we go. Here we go. This is where Divine Masculine, you're starting to, or you have the potential to really align with the Divine Feminine. Because this Ten of Cups is the same. It may not look the same for everyone, but this Ten of Cups is the same for both of us. We are in this process of building the ideal space for life to flourish here. But that means, Divine Masculine, that you have got to love yourself enough to break free from the chains and really do the work that it takes to get there. And that starts with what? Finding the feminine within. There you go. Okay. Cute. I'm with it, y'all. I'm with it. Okay. So, let's get some closing oracle here. And I want to go to the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. Okie dokie. So, we're going to split this up. We're going to look at some oracle guidance, closing oracle messages for the Divine Feminine, and then we're going to look at the same for the Divine Masculine and see what comes out. All right. Let us see here. So, for the Divine Feminine, whoops, there it is. One more, they say. Okay. Empowerment. You are more powerful than you realize. It is safe for you to be powerful, divine feminine. I know that shit is right, skis. We're going to get one more for the divine feminine collective. Just one more, please. There it is. Helpful, oh my God, helpful person. Look, this is that Three of Cups energy again. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom it might be and initiate contact. But there we go. There you are, divine feminine, in this community-based mentality of we're all in this together. Let's combine forces and get the job done. Beautiful. All right, divine masculine. Let's get some guidance for you here, divine masculine. Divine masculine. Ooh, okay, two of them. Blessed change. A major life change brings you great blessings. And then finally, you have, wow, you guys. You have father healing. Your personal power increases as you give any father-related issues to heaven. This is representing the patriarchal societal structure and views here. 100, 1,000, million, billion, trillion, gazillion %. I actually want to read from this card in the book for you, divine masculine. Give me a second. Bear with me. I'm going to have to find it. There we go. Father healing. This card shows you that you still have some some father issues left to deal with. I'm sorry, let me say that again. This card shows you that you still have some father issues left to heal. The healing doesn't need to take a lot of time. It simply requires your willingness to be free of any old anger, grief, or fear related to your male parent. Now, for some of you, your father really only helped you to solidify feelings of resentment and contempt for the feminine. Okay, so it was a combined effort between certain things that maybe your mother did or representations of the feminine provided, but then that was just reinforced by the father. I feel there's a strong sense of chauvinism, a strong sense of patriarchal control, feeling like you rule everything just because you're a man, and that only helped to provide negative reinforcement. Okay, let's continue. Universal energies are either male or female. Male energy is expansive and giving. Female energy is nurturing and receptive. If we're unhealed with respect to our father, the universe seems to be ungenerous. If we're unhealed toward our mother, we won't accept the gifts the universe offers us. The more you focus on the spiritual path of your father, the more you focus on the spiritual truth of your father, meaning in this case, the more you focus on what lesson your father only helped to provide to you in this life, the more your heart will be receptive to the universe's continuous and all-encompassing giving. Accept your rightful bounty and open your arms to your divine inheritance. Affirm, I now focus on the love that is the spiritual truth of my father, and I hereby balance any karma between us. I now let go of everything but the love and the lessons of my relationship with my father. Boop. That is what's making it so hard for you guys to accept your inner sense of femininity. It's like something over your lifetime only helped you renounce any sort of feminine energy. Like you refuse to be associated with or to be looked at like how maybe you looked at your mother or you looked at feminine energies. And there is a strong level of wanting to control and dominate femininity, almost to the point of extinction. But of course you couldn't do that, because without the feminine or without the woman, without the female body, there would be no birth canal from which humans would come through, or life could come, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm just feeling this energy of like wanting to control the feminine so much that she basically becomes subservient. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, look at our history. Look at human history. Now, don't get me wrong, guys, because there is a moment in human history where the tables were turned and the feminine was in power and just looked at men as walking sperm banks, basically. You know what I mean? Like they didn't see the value. They couldn't see that men or masculine energy had real value other than procreation. Hmm. 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 Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And of course, if you'd like a look into your own personal twin flame situation, please don't hesitate to email me. All the information is in the description box below. But with that said, I hope you guys have a fantastic week. And I look forward to connecting with you again very, very soon. Yeah? Take care. Mwah. Bye.